Hello, in today's video I'll be comparing Melio and Plastiq to figure out which of these two payment solutions is best suited for small businesses, freelancers and solo entrepreneurs like myself. Now, I don't know about you, but the least favorite part of running my business is getting the bills paid. Obviously, it needs to be done, but it takes time, and I'm not yet at a level where I can afford to bring on a team to do it for me or pay for expensive automation software to kind of put my accounts payable on autopilot. So I need a solution like Plastiq or like Melio that is clean, simple, easy to use, that will let me get in, pay my bills, send out my invoices, and then get out again and move on to the more exciting parts of running my business. Now, at first glance, both are quite evenly matched. So here we are in Plastiq and we're on the dashboard. We go to our inbox and you'll see here that we've got, when messages come in, if there are invoices that need our attention, we can review them, move them to the ready to pay folder and get them paid. And we also have the payments folder over here, which is literally as simple as clicking this big huge button here. And if we have an existing vendor in our system, we just need to select them from a drop down menu, and then we can move on and begin to set up the payment. It's very simple, it's very straightforward. However, I do think that Melio has the slight advantage on usability and intuitive design. This is very simple. There are only 3 options here in the main menu which pretty much cover everything I need to cover. Pay my bills, get my bills paid, my invoices paid, manage my customers, and of course there are some settings and support as well. And here, if we want to make a payment, literally all we need to do is land on the payment tab. And if it's a recurring payment, to someone that we pay regularly, we might add them to a list of vendors, at which point we can literally click pay balance. And then we have the option to either pay by a bank transfer or pay by a credit card. And this is really good for, if there are vendors that you need to pay, they normally don't accept card payments, but you can make that payment via Melio here. Or if we want to make a brand new payment, we literally click new payment there. And what I like about this, as I'll show you when I move screens, is that we can actually upload an invoice. So, a vendor sends you their invoice as an email attachment, you upload it here, and then what it does is strips out most of the information from this invoice and adds it in there. The only downside that I found to this is that it always seems to strip most of the information, import most of the information from the inbox, like the bill amount and the invoice number, the date, etc. But it never seems to add the business name. And I think that's to do with how it's set up, where you need to actually add your vendors. Now, Plastiq doesn't necessarily have that, but what it does have is when you go to add a new vendor, it begins to search its network to see if your vendor's a company that they already have on file. So, if I type Amazon, it comes up with, a list of vendors for us that we can just add to our own, which saves a little bit of time. Both are also well suited for actually getting your own invoices paid by your customers, although you wouldn't necessarily know it from Plastiq, as they hide they split the features into pay, one menu, and then we have to click on the accept menu, and here we have our customers and requests, and then we can go to our settings, add a bank account, and then customers, at least for those in the US and Canada, customers can pay you by card or bank transfer quickly and conveniently, and they don't have to necessarily have a Plastiq account to do so. If we go back to Melio, you'll see likewise that we can click on the Get Paid tab. And here we can get started, and you can customize your invoices. Melio will send the invoices for you, and you can customize them with your own logo. You can create a personal payment page so that, again, customers don't have to sign up to Melio in order to pay you. You can just save them, send them the link, and then finally you connect that to your bank account, and then in goes the money. Once, of course, you have connected with Plaid to get those payments into your account. Now, Plastiq does have one advantage over Melio in that you can use it to apply for financing directly through the company. If you go to Wallet and then financing, so over here where we add our cards and bank accounts for making and receiving payments, and then we can click Apply Financing, select short-term financing there, and we get a decision in minutes. Melio doesn't offer that, but to be honest with you, when I'm looking for a simple solution to, pay my invoices and send invoices out, I'm not necessarily looking for financing. I'm looking for something that is just quick and simple and easy to use. And although Plastiq certainly isn't necessarily difficult, I'd much prefer that Melio keeps things simple. There's 3 icons, you can immediately see where you need to get to. Whereas with Plastiq, we've got these hidden menus down here that aren't naturally obvious. It took me a little while to figure out that that was even there or what it did. Whereas with Melio, everything is super straightforward. Here we can click on our customers list and we can use the search function if we have a long list, and we have the customer's details up here. It's very simple and it's very straightforward. And the one thing that really helps Melio stand out ultimately is its fees and charges. So if we look at the pricing page, there are a couple of premium plans, but there's also a free plan here. And the best thing about each of these plans is that they allow for a set number of free ACH bank transfer payments each month. So with the free account, you are limited to 5. If you, let's get this onto the annual pricing because that typically works out cheaper. So these are the monthly prices. Those are the annual prices. And for the 19 per month, obviously billed annually, you get 20 free transfers. If it's 41 per month, it's 50 free transfers. And there is also a custom pricing plan for sort of large scale enterprise level businesses. So the next question is, what happens if you run out of those free transfers each month? Well, as you'll see, if I click this here, a 50-cent fee applies to each transfer after the ACH transfers are used. So if you're on the free plan, you need to send more than 5 payments each month, then you're going to pay 50 cents per transfer. Whereas we look at Plastiq, it is free to sign up, and then you have the transaction fees here. For bank transfers, we are talking 99 cents per transfer, which obviously is almost twice as much as 50 cents. Now, the 49-cent difference may not make be a huge deal if you are just making 1 or 2 payments, but every additional payment you add up, all that extra money, soon starts to take a chunk out of your bottom line. And Plastiq also has this payment calculator here, which on the one hand is good for, you really can get some good insights into how much things are going to cost you. But this is more for for working capital and for financing. It's not necessarily how much the account itself will cost you to send payments and how much it will cost you to use the account. So again, I just think Melio's pricing is clearer and it's more straightforward and it's easier to understand. And it's this simplicity which of the two makes it the better option. If I just need to get in, quickly pay a bill and get out again, it's going to take me far less time. It's going to be far less complicated with Melio than it is with Plastiq.